Hello. Today I'll talk about how we don't need excuses or justifications. Yeah, that'll be the one. So, we're all here, right? We all want what we want and we try and get what we want. And often what we'll do is to allow us to go out and try and get what we want. We'll try and create some justification. Or we'll try and excuse ourselves for doing it. It'll never feel like enough for us to just be there doing what we want. We've got to be there for some reason. This is where morality often comes in. Morality is like a big old list of excuses and justifications that are seen as socially acceptable. So you've got this massive kind of lie sheet that you can use to give reasons for doing what you want to do. I mean, really, in the sense that if you want something, quite often, because of the way the game works, if you want something, you have to give up certain things. And you have to maintain certain activities and do certain things over an extended period of time. So what happens is a conflict of desires comes up quite often between what you want immediately now and the desire that you're putting off. And often we call the far-sighted desire good and the short-sighted desire bad for purely pragmatic reasons. It's like a lot of people, to keep themselves in a kind of discipline, that they will use excuses like salvation or enlightenment and stuff like that. Whereas really the enlightenment is just like, it's a sham. It's not something you never arrive anywhere, and that's what salvation is as well, in the Christian sense. And the way the Christians dealt with this problem, that you never actually arrive anywhere, and salvation, at least implicitly, seems to be an offering of, look, here's a place you can arrive at, and when you're there you'll be comfortable and happy. But because that's its implicit kind of promise, and that promise never comes to fruit, the way that the Christian religion deals with that is that they put off the time at which you're going to get what was promised, and in their case, in the mainstream, they offset it to the afterlife. Within certain strains of Buddhism and Hinduism, they use enlightenment, and they've had various tactics for dealing with that paradox. But then people will often use these things as an excuse to carry on doing stuff they don't want to do. It's a kind of excuse for doing what you don't want to do. But the funny thing is that what a lot of moral justifications and that do is that they're just tools people use to give themselves excuses to do what they would have done anyway. We constantly create these middlemen between us and what we want. And actually getting up and doing what we want, we create middlemen. Could say that's the rule of the day, middleman. And the best way that the Enlightenment traditions overcome this is to say, look, Enlightenment is just a con job. We used it to get you to behave in different ways and to try out different things. But really, this is life, this is it. You can imagine quite often that the Guru Master or whatever, when he does the big old reveal, he would turn round to his students and say, okay then, none of us are really that content all the time. Yeah, meditation makes us happy quite a lot if we do it a lot. But look, this is a situation, guys. We are all on an equal footing. This is reality, you know. If you do certain things happen. You can learn the rules of the game. Now what do you want? What do you want to do? How do you want to live your life? There's no principle, there's no number one guiding kind of justification or thing. I mean, that's another thing that a lot of these justification tools are used for, like morality, and that is to try and get other people onto your own wagon. You know, you've got like your own specific set of desires, your own games that you like to play, and us humans quite often we want everybody else to join in with us. And so we create these elaborate kind of dogmas to try and say that these specific games are the only games worth playing, or even better, for the person who wants everybody playing his own game, these specific kind of games are the only games to play. Every other game is illegitimate and not true. Yeah, goodbye.